moving on. Fashion journalist and creative director André Leon Talley reportedly owes $500,000 in back rent on his New York mansion, but he says he won't accept the money that was collected to get him, saved from being evicted. Andre says his legal team is handling the situation and released this statement because apparently the fans don't set up a GoFundMe page for him. And he's like, no, I don't need that money, which I don't know why he would say no to that. To Akeem Smith and the people who put up the GoFundMe and those who have contributed, I appreciate the thoughtful gesture and generosity, but it's completely unnecessary. What are your thoughts on the fans of André Leon Talley setting up a GoFundMe account to save his mansion?
Now, me personally, I'm particularly upset because last week, Cicely Tyson and Maya Angelou both whispered in my ear, and they told me to use my platform and ask the fashion people why they is not out here trying to save this man from the cold. We is in a pandemic. He is clearly got underlying health conditions. It's cold. We got winter storms out here, and you are $500,000 in arrears, okay? When I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, them people ain't told me shit about no job you could get at 71 years old that's gonna pay you $500,000 signing bonus before the sheriff come put your shit out. And you so ornery and so proud, you didn't want to call Naomi them. And the people said, okay, he don't want to call, but we gonna answer anyway because that's what we supposed to do for our old people. They is raising money for you and you too damn proud to take it. You know what? At this point, I wouldn't give a damn if his ass was sleeping inside the Boys and Girls Club or sitting in jail somewhere with 3 hots in the damn cot. You too damn proud to take the money and get your ass out of arrears, then so be it. I see you at the homeless shelter when I'm dropping off all these oversized design clothes I got because I don't gain weight to put on all this muscle with all this body yaddy.
Claudia, so let me give you a different perspective on this, okay?
Please.
I can't with you.
How you gonna be 500,000 in arrears? Clearly you need money. I wouldn't give a damn where the shit was coming down from. Clearly you need it.
Listen, with André Leon Talley, as we all know, has had financial issues in the past. He filed for bankruptcy in the state of New York in 1993. He filed for bankruptcy in the state of North Carolina in 1997. He filed for bankruptcy again in the state of North Carolina in 1998. Let this be, in my mind, let him be a cautionary tale. Let him be a lesson. If you are ever the only Black person in an industry at that height and you don't make it your business to put another person on, then be prepared when the shit hit the fan. And in this case, the shit has hit the fan and it's coming in the form of an eviction, all right? So whether you work at Popeyes or Pepsi, you need to know that you can't do people wrong like that and feel like it's okay. Period, end of story.
Now, I did hear this, T, that maybe because of those credit issues and filing bankruptcy, that some friends of his that were super wealthy, he was renting that house, and then it was like they sold it to him, so he was paying kind of like.
No, they didn't sell it to him. They leased it to him.
Well, I think he said something about he thought it was a lease to own, or he thought he was owning the home supposedly.
And that's the same way he thought that bankruptcy for not paying his taxes was going to happen and clear him of all his financial woes. Let's be clear what in this situation what happened. It was someone who was using his influence in the fashion industry to help him out. They helped him get a car earlier, right? Remember, he couldn't even go get a car.
$45,000.
Gave them the money, and I don't even understand that part of the story. He gave them allegedly $45,000 to go get him a car. If you got money to pay for the car in cash, why can't you go get the car on your own?
Because his credit is bad. I had a friend like that had to do jump up
in cash. Why do you need credit?
You know what? Living above his means. He probably didn't want a $45,000 car. He probably wanted some,
okay. So that's what we're talking about. So like I said, let this be a cautionary tale for all of y'all out there.
On my Clubhouse conversation that I had a fan came on and said something that was very poignant. And she said, all the while I was asking, where is his money? And she said he never made any, that he was skating through life on the favors of white people. And when he fell out of favor with white people, the favors from white people stopped. And I believe it. I don't think he was making a lot of money. I think that, you know, it appeared he was making a lot of money because he's sitting on the front row. He got on the latest fashion. But here's the game. It don't cost Louis Vuitton nothing to give you one of every piece from the latest line. It don't cost them nothing. It don't cost Givenchy nothing to send you a car and fly your ass to Paris and Milan to take up 3 seats at the front of the fashion show and write about him in the damn magazine. So I do believe he was skating by on favors. And unfortunately, as we know, you get old and you become, and I hate to say this, and this is not me saying it, this is society saying it, you become old and you become worthless.
Right.
So in the chat, Chris says he was a stunt queen.
Basically, of the worst.
You know, when I see someone dressed like that with those big, huge capes and those glasses, he was giving, I'm showing y'all I'm extremely wealthy. And when I see that sometimes, I don't always buy it when people have to just like really put it front and center. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to pray for André Leon Talley and hope that he gets it together. And I know it's tough to keep up payments on a mansion, but guess what? With all the people that have fled the scene in New York City, there's a lot of available 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in New York City, and maybe we stop living for the grand.
That's why he left New York City. That's why he left New York City. He couldn't maintain the apartment in New York City. That's why he left New York City, allegedly because there was mold in his apartment in New York City. That's why they put him out of New York City too. Remember?
Oh, Al, you were going for his throat.
Oh, sorry. I'm just, you know, I'm a fact checker, so just.
We'll be back with the last few minutes of shady ass TJF when we return. Sorry, Andre.